Did you know that 80% of new car engines are compromised before they even hit 20,000 miles? It's not a manufacturing defect, it's owner error. One aggressive merge or a skipped early service can literally shave 50,000 miles off your engine's total lifespan. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the 13 things you should never do in a brand new car if you want it to last a decade or more. Stick around until the end because I'm revealing a day one service secret that the dealership won't tell you, which can effectively double your vehicle's longevity. Mistake 13, ignoring the owner's manual. It absolutely floors me when someone drops $40,000 or $60,000 on a precision-engineered machine, and the first thing they do is treat the owner's manual like a stack of junk mail. That book isn't filler, it's the literal DNA of your car's survival. Every manufacturer has a specific break-in period, which is the critical window where all those internal moving parts, the pistons, the cams, the valves, learn to play nice together. If you don't know your specific car's rules, you're flying blind. Some manuals demand you keep the RPMs under 3,500 for the first 600 miles. Others have strict bans on towing. The engineers who designed the engine wrote that book for a reason. Ignoring it isn't living on the edge, it's gambling with the most expensive asset you own. And speaking of gambling, some drivers lose the bet before they even leave the dealership lot. Mistake 12, flooring the gas pedal right. I see this all the time. Someone picks up their brand new performance sedan or truck, pulls out of the lot, and immediately pins the throttle to see what she can do. That is the fastest way to ensure your engine never reaches its full potential. During the break-in phase, your piston rings need to seat perfectly against the cylinder walls. This requires varied controlled pressure. If you floor it too soon, you create excessive heat that glazes those surfaces instead of letting them mate. The result? An engine that burns oil, loses compression, and feels tired by 30,000 miles. I once saw a heavy-duty truck come into the shop guzzling a quart of oil every 800 miles. The owner blamed the brand. The truth was he'd been drag racing it since the odometer read 5. He didn't break it in, he just broke it. Mistake 11, skipping the first oil change. If there is one maintenance hill I will die on, it's this. The very first oil change is the most important one your car will ever have. Modern manufacturers might tell you that you're good for 7,500 or even 10,000 miles, but as a mechanic, I'm telling you that's a recipe for long-term disaster. Think about what's happening inside a fresh engine. As parts wear into each other, they shed microscopic glitter, shavings of steel and aluminum. If you leave that break-in oil in there for 10,000 miles, you are effectively circulating liquid sandpaper through your bearings. I've performed teardowns on low-mileage engines and found scarred camshafts that looked like they'd done 200,000 miles. All because of a missed early change. Do yourself a favor, swap that oil at 1,000 or 1,500 miles. It's the cheapest health insurance you'll ever buy for your car. Mistake 10, using cruise control too soon. It's tempting to hop on the highway and set the cruise control on your way home from the dealer, but during the first 1,000 miles, cruise control is your engine's worst enemy. For piston rings to seat correctly, they need varied RPMs and loads. When you lock the car at a steady 65 mph for 2 hours, the engine stays at one constant speed. This prevents the rings from expanding and contracting enough to seal across the entire cylinder wall. Even the manuals warn against steady speeds for the first 500 to 1,000 miles. My professional rule of thumb. Don't even touch that cruise button until you've cleared at least 1,500 miles. Let the engine breathe, let the gears hunt, and let the parts settle naturally. Mistake 9, overloading the car with heavy cargo. A new car is like a new pair of shoes, it needs time to stretch and settle. I've seen people buy a brand new SUV and immediately hook up a 5,000-pound boat for a weekend getaway. That's a death sentence for your transmission and suspension. When a car is fresh, your struts, bushings, and springs are still bedding in. Dumping 800 pounds of landscaping rocks in the trunk or towing a heavy trailer puts massive stress on components that haven't reached their full structural tension yet. You risk stretching rubber mounts and cooking transmission fluid that is already dealing with break-in heat. Keep it light for the first month. No towing, no max payload tests. Give the chassis time to find its center before you ask it to do the heavy lifting. By the way, if you're finding this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. I'm here to make sure your car outlasts your car loan. Mistake 8, hard braking and sudden stops. Most people focus on the engine, but your brakes need a first date too. If you're slamming the anchors at every red light during the first week, you are ruining your stopping power for life. New brake pads and rotors need to go through a process called bedding. This involves gentle heat cycles that transfer a thin, even layer of friction material from the pad to the rotor. If you slam them on while they're green, you create hot spots and glaze the pads. This leads to that annoying brake squeal and a vibrating steering wheel that no amount of resurfacing will ever truly fix. Be gentle for the first 200 miles. Your wallet and your passengers' necks will thank you. Mistake 7. Running on low fuel. "I'll just fill up tomorrow" is a dangerous game to play with a brand new car. Modern fuel systems rely on high-pressure pumps that are actually submerged inside the gas tank. Here's the secret: the gasoline itself acts as a coolant and lubricant for that pump. When you run the tank down to the fumes level, the pump is exposed to air, causing it to run hot. Do that enough times and you'll be looking at a $1,200 repair before your first anniversary with the car. Plus, even in new tanks, the very bottom is where any heavy sediments or manufacturing residues settle. Don't let your car suck that through its injectors. Keep at least a quarter tank at all times. It's the easiest way to prevent a mid-highway meltdown. Mistake 6. Neglecting tire pressure and alignment. Tires are the only part of your car that actually touches the road, yet they are the most neglected. Did you know you can lose up to 3% of your fuel economy just by being a few psi low? On a new car, tires are still settling onto the rims, and delivery pressures from the dealership are often notoriously incorrect. Sometimes they overinflate them for shipping and forget to bleed them down. Check them immediately. Also, keep an eye on your alignment. One bad pothole in the first week can knock your wheels out of whack. If you ignore a slight pull to the left, you'll be buying a new set of tires at 12,000 miles instead of 50,000. Mistake 5. Installing cheap aftermarket parts immediately. I get it, you want to personalize your new ride, but slapping a $20 high-flow, air filter, or bargain bin brake pads on a brand new vehicle is like putting cheap retreads on a Ferrari. Modern cars are balanced ecosystems. Every sensor is calibrated for the specific flow and resistance of OEM, original equipment manufacturer parts. Low-quality aftermarket filters can let fine dust into your fresh engine or trigger check engine lights that are a nightmare to diagnose. More importantly, using non-certified parts can give the dealership a huge loophole to deny your warranty claims if something goes wrong. If you're going to upgrade, wait until the break-in is over and always go with reputable, high-end brands. Mistake 4. Skipping warm-ups in cold weather. Starting a frozen engine and immediately ripping down the street is the mechanical equivalent of waking someone up with a bucket of ice water and telling them to run a marathon. In cold weather, your oil is thick, almost like molasses. It takes a few moments for the oil pump to push that protection up to the top of the engine where the camshafts live. You don't need to idle for 10 minutes. That actually wastes fuel and can dilute your oil, but you do need to give it 30 to 60 seconds. Once you start moving, drive like there's an egg under your gas pedal until the temperature needle starts to move. Metal expands as it heats. Forcing cold, tight parts to move at high speeds is asking for a cracked ring or a scored cylinder. Mistake 3. Washing with harsh chemicals or automated brushes. That new car shine is fragile. If your first stop is an automated car wash with those giant spinning slap brushes, you've already failed. Those brushes are essentially dirt mops that have scrubbed the mud off 100 trucks before you. They will leave your clear coat covered in swirl marks, tiny scratches that make the paint look dull under sunlight. Similarly, never use dish soap. It's designed to strip grease off pans, which means it will strip the protective wax and oils right off your paint. Use a pH-balanced automotive soap and a microfiber mitt. If you want that showroom look to last, treat the paint with the same respect you give the engine. Mistake 2. Neglecting regular fluid checks. "It's new, so the fluids must be fine" is a famous last word in the automotive world. Sometimes, cars leave the factory with slightly low coolant or a transmission plug that isn't quite torqued to spec. During the break-in period, you should be checking your oil and coolant weekly. It's normal for a new engine to consume a tiny bit of oil as the rings seat, but you don't want it to drop below the min line. Here is your essential new car fluid checklist. Engine oil, check every 500 miles during break-in. Coolant, ensure the reservoir is at the full hot mark. Brake fluid, look for a clear, honey-colored liquid. Differential transfer case, especially on 4WD trucks, these often have shipping fluids that need early inspection. Mistake 1. Ignoring the break-in period altogether. The number one mistake, the ultimate sin, is simply pretending the break-in period doesn't exist. This is the "I paid for the whole speedometer, I'm going to use the whole speedometer" mentality. When you ignore these first 1,000 miles, you aren't just testing the car, you are permanently setting its ceiling. An abused engine will never be as efficient, never be as powerful, and will almost certainly end up in a scrap yard years before its time. Patience for the first month of ownership pays dividends for the next 10 years. The bonus service tip. Most dealerships won't tell you this, but many luxury and performance brands recommend a differential and transmission flush after the first 1,200 miles. Just like the engine, your gears are shedding metal glitter as they mesh for the first time. Swapping these fluids early removes those contaminants before they can pit the gear teeth. Do this, and your drivetrain will stay whisper quiet for the life of the car. Now that you know how to protect your investment, you need to know about the hidden features your car already has that you aren't using. Click the video on the screen right now to see the secret car features no one knows about. I'll see you over there.